From apprentice carpenter to Wallaby scrum half in the space of 12 months, Joe Powell's transition is almost complete.
And Powell, straight through. Now Powell has a little charge himself. Pops it up beautifully to Powell. Kicking for Spade. It sits up brilliantly.
We were lovers on a wild ride.
The whole family loved rugby. You know, we always went down to the Brumbies games. Originally, I wanted to be a centre. I used to love Matt Giddo. He was my favourite player for a little bit there. Centre, and then I had to change the halfback because, you know, as a kid, I was a bit of a hog, so I had to get my hands on the ball as much as I could.
And Powell! Oh, that's one of the tries of the season. Joe Powell, brilliant.
First time I saw him playing was for Vikings in the Canberra competition, and he just understood rugby. He knew how to get himself in the right position, and it was pretty evident from the first game I watched that he was tough.
So I caught up on a Tuesday night after club footy. Bernie called me up and said, "Would you like to play this weekend?" And I didn't even know what he meant. And then he, you know, explained that Whitey had hurt his ankle. So I said, "Sure, I'd like to play." Heart was racing, and you know, worked the next day. It took me a little bit of a while to build up the courage to tell my boss. You know, I was working as a chippy. I think he kind of needed me for a couple of days, but luckily enough, he also was a good fan of rugby. So I think he was more than happy for me to go away and play a bit of rugby for a bit.
So, a big moment for Joe Powell, just 21 years of age, called in late this week.
June last year, you know, I hadn't really even started a game back then. I was just, you know, had a couple of good goes off the bench, got called into the Wallabies squad, which was a bit of a surprise. And I think it was just, you know, right timing for me. Like, I think if I was at any other club without, you know, Bernie, you know, looking over me, I wouldn't have had a chance.
We had a couple of good halfbacks in Nick Phipps and Will Genia, and you know, there were question marks over who was going to be our next halfback coming through. And I said, "Joe's one to look at. Would you be interested in bringing him into the program for a couple of weeks here and there?" And Check jumped at it and said, "Yeah, give it a go." It was what I saw in him. Probably the asset that I like the most out of his game is his courageousness, the willingness to take on anyone. I think he developed massively out of that opportunity. He's blossomed into a tremendous player for us.
Powell picks it up, goes to the short side, and Spader's got a double!
Playing for his country is where I see him going. He's got some things to work on. I don't think he's blind to that either. I think there's certainly a number of things that he needs to polish in his game, but it's only a matter of time before he gets an opportunity.
A few of the goals that I've kind of accomplished is, you know, nice to look back and see, you know, where I've come from and where I'm at the moment. It is a weird one, like, it is an opportunity that could be around the corner, but it's not about thinking about that. If you think about that, then you just, you know, you kind of get a bit of a lapse and you know, you have a couple of bad games. It's, you know, concentrating on the now.